Well, today we are working on a Ford 9-inch tractor. It's got a flathead 4. I'll show you more about that here in just a little bit. Right now, we're not getting any spark, but I got fire everywhere, and it's not coming out of the coil or the spark plugs, wires, and we got new spark plugs and wires, and so we're gonna do a set of points, and I figured might as well take y'all along with. So I'm gonna grab some tools and I'll be right back. All right, let's get this sucker took apart. First off, we'll take off this. That way, if the ignition should get bumped on somehow, it doesn't bite you. We're also going to replace that terminal because it's seen better days while we're at it. Alright, now we're going to take out this screw here for the condenser and the 2 screws that go to the points. Sorry, I'm trying not to block you there. You got to be careful, these are little short screws. As you can see, and you don't want to lose them. It can be hard to replace. I know this because I've tried several times. It's a dirty old girl. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see what size that is. What's that? 5/16. Be right back. Alright, now that we got a 5/16, and this one here is a 3/8, by the way. And this is a Ford 9-inch tractor. Thank you, condenser. We'll discard that because we'll be replacing that as well. And you're going to take this nut here all the way off. Sorry, it's hard to not block it. You just take this and kind of pull it back a little bit, and you got your points there. I don't know if the camera picks that up real good, but there's not much left of these little suckers. They're is grounding into the distributor whenever they touch, instead of sparking to the wire to ground out your coil. Sorry. You want to keep this nut off and it's not replaced. And your next step is always to clean this really, really good. You want to really get in there nice and deep like. You also want to check and make sure your bearings are good in your distributor. Make sure nothing's out of whack. You gotta be careful with this thing. Sometimes they can break. If you ever get in there and yours is broken, you can replace this. You just go on the internet and buy one, or you can solder a new strap in there. I've actually seen a whole bunch of them with wires jerry-rigged into there. So, just whatever it is, try to be careful, because I was not. Get you a kit. It's got all the goodies in it. It's a new everything there. As you can see on the new points, it's kind of like a brake pad. See in here how it's not just going all the way to the metal anymore. It's got a actual contact pad that it taps on when it's adjusted in here correctly. So we're going to take our new nut here off. You always want to make sure that this one comes snug. It's awfully annoying when you get that all in there and have to fight with it. Screws ain't real easy to put in. I'm sorry I'm blocking your sight here for most of this. I'm gonna. Sorry. I got it. You see, you gotta be real careful with little short screws. They don't go very far. And just get them snug, because you're going to have to take them back loose here in just a little bit. But you want to, when you're on and off the lobes here, as you can see, you want it shut. Alright, now we got our points set in there, and what happens is when this rotates, this moves, bump, 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 and it makes a spark come through that coil, and the distributor makes it pop through wherever it's corresponding at when it opens. As you can see, it's got little cam lobes so that it opens whenever it's pointed in the right spots. It is very much that simple. Now we want to take this, and generally speaking, they're not shut enough to get in there. So you want to try and pinch that gap shut before you try to install it, because usually it's not. It's so big this little bitty screw won't reach, and it'll make you fight. So let's install our new condenser with our new points. Spin it around. It's in there backwards. Oh yeah, there we go. That's better. That's more like it. The little short screw with this clamp, they can be really tough to get in sometimes. Be right back. I gotta get some pliers. Okay, now we got this in. I forgot to push play, but basically I went right here to the other side and squeezed it down with a pair of needle noses on both sides so that that clamp would shut and the holes would line up, so that I can get this screw in. So now we've got this, and we want to put this behind that. I always put it behind. I don't know if it's supposed to go in front or behind, but that's how I do it. We're going to take your nut. It's nuts and that's the wrong one. That's it. There you are. That's it. Oh, it's hard to do. On. Not easy to do for a fat-fingered kid. Alright, get it started and then get that sucker in there. I like to stack it behind this one because of the whole open tooth thing. I think it makes it hold on to it better. I don't know if there's a right or wrong way on that. I feel like you probably put it either way, it doesn't matter. Alright, let's get this in there. Alright, there we go. Points, condenser, and star. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go right here where this bolt is. Right here. We're going to take this loose, but we're going to say, we're going to use this right here for our mark, and we're going to note that it goes right here. There's an old dirty tractor, it don't matter if we scratch it. We'll make a little scratch mark. That way, we know this hole lines up with this scratch mark, okay? I'll be right back because I did not bring the 1/2" wrench to get that loose. Alright, got my wrench. I got my feeler gauges. So what you want to do is pull the engine around until you can put the very tip of this cam here on the eccentric that opens these points, and then rotate it back around to the flat until it shuts. Okay? Make sure this stays up so you don't bend it. So once you got it where you like it, pull it where it should be open its furthest. Then take your flathead screwdriver and loosen that. Pull them open. And make sure you look up the spec for your feeler gauges. And lug it down. And what you want to do is make sure that they close. Opened, closed. Opened, closed. Running about 16 thousandths on these. That might be a little big, but we'll find out. Now what we want to do is set it back where it goes. And you want to snug this back down. You want to tighten this. You want to make sure you don't get carried away and try to use a decent wrench. You don't have to spend $1 million like us pros do, but you want to use decent tools. And then once you're done there, you can take your hot wire here and stick it back on there. You take your new little button here, and you can see it's got a spot on it where it lines up and holds it still. And put it on there. Put that on there, and let me get that nut on there real quick. It's rusted the same color as the frame, I couldn't see it. This probably used to have a little star lucky thingy on it too, but probably been a long time. Be gentle with this. You don't want to explode the little plastic terminal, and you don't want to twist this around in there until it touches something. Alright, now we take our distributor cap, stick it on there, and we're done. I'll bring y'all back here after I get the carburetor rebuilt and the water pump replaced with a shot of it running. Y'all have a good day. There you go, burn like a kid. I like to do that right first. working on. I wonder how good y'all can do it.